to it, and no matter how much we debate on the transformations and the reformations that need to take place, thing is still certain. Students at these type of schools are not going to the university, they are not going to colleges and being successful. Some of them, very few of them can, but then again, when they get there, they find themselves in the mud, because they see most of students coming from other type of school probably are doing better than students coming, say, from Mavericks. We know, because we worked with them, that they have difficulties and that they have a skill that they really need to focus on, and that work is not being done. And that what you're doing there, the idea that you have is exactly what has to happen. They have to have special training programs for students to take their tests, but also for students to consolidate and to fill up gaps of knowledge that they might have so that they can be successful. Because the whole idea is that we want to create a system in which students can really learn, can pursue their different paths of life, and go to, go to work and be successful in their lives and be happy.
And this goes back to what I really want to do. I just want to get a group of those students and in 30 days, not prepare them for that PERT test. Oh, no. I mean, that's the reason you get hired, right? To, they'll have money for that. Oh, no. I'm turning them into lifelong learners. I'm turning them into, what's your dream? Oh, you want to write a book. Oh, you want to create a CD. Oh, you want to get ready to, you want to be a radiological technician. Terrific.
That's exactly what Ivan Illich wants from this is what his book is all about. It's about we can no longer keep expecting people to be the limited thing that school is giving them. We want them to open up and see what they can be in the world and pursue that. And we want to give the pre-skills and the skills that are needed to do that. That is exactly how the schools should be working. They should be working towards students. It's always a question. That's why I always tell you, ask the student first. It's teach based on the student's needs. Don't teach what you think that has to be learned, because, by the way, you're still teaching the same things you were teaching 200 years ago. And it's a whole different world after 200 years. There are so many different jobs and so many fields of expertise and so many things that people can be. And, oh, come on. And we're not even talking about the artistic things, and we're not talking about writing books, and we're not talking about becoming this or becoming that. There's so much out there that school is not preparing people for, that most of the time, the people that really have the focus and want to go on and do things, they practically have to teach themselves how to do that.
Right. Now, what I would do is, I'm checking this with you to see if it's the right mentality. I would be very transparent with these students. I would tell them, look, this is like American Idol right now, and I'm part of this as well. I've got one shot to show that this method works. And so I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't get to have a job at the end of these 30 days. Unless there's some changes. Now, they're going to want something happening in the arena of the PERT. However, Mario and I are going to give you the skills, if you want them, so that you'll be able to stand up and talk, and people will sit up and say, wow, he used the word vicarious. He must be one of our club. There's about 100 words that we can teach you that will bring you into the club that Mario and I belong to. If you want to become a radiological technician, we're going to get you onto the campus so it actually looks like. Most of you in this room, let's see a show of hands, who has actually visited and sat through a 45-minute class on Broward campus? Who has actually gone into and talked with the teacher after that presentation and asked one question? Who has sat next to someone and negotiated to get their phone number so that you can do follow-up afterwards. You found a steady buddy. Who has actually bought lunch for somebody or sat down, hey, let's go get a cup of coffee, let's talk a little bit, and learn something about what the other person, why are they taking this course? What is the next thing that they have to do? Oh, you've got the books and you're trying to sell them? Oh, good, okay. You know, what the social skills that are needed inside. Yeah, personal skills. And you find out that the other guy really likes you and says, hey, look, you know, when you take the course, just call me up and make sure you go with Gonzalez. He's a really good teacher. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now, how do we get this? How do we get paid for doing this course? We go in and we say we're going to improve their PERT, and you know, I think eventually we can just ask this guy Philip. You know, in addition to getting through PERT, we have found that these students don't have enough practice in interviewing skills. They don't know how to shake hands and look at the person. They don't know how long to hold the handshake. There are certain skills. They may actually need a jacket. They don't have a jacket, and that we're going to have some jackets there, and eventually they're going to earn a jacket that they can take home. So we're going to need a little budget for. Now, is that me? Yeah, okay. Is that me?
You were saying we're going to teach them the social skills and how to do interviews for jobs, how to, yeah. Go ahead. Right.
And so I want to ask him, because I think that's the additional work that he's looking for. But, you know, his main focus right now was they're dropping out of college. They're dropping, particularly BC, because he's also just joined the Broward College Advisory Group. So this guy is on two boards. The high school group, he's a banker, but they brought him in to both the accelerated learning, Maverick style school, and he's on the board of directors or some sort of advisory group for Broward College. So he knows the numbers. 75% of the people who apply do not complete in Broward College. 75%. 80% that show up need to take remedial classes. And these remedial classes are high school classes. They are not college classes. They do not. Their student aid does not pay for those classes. They must pass those classes in order to be able to register in the university. It's very frustrating to these people. They should be suing. These students should be suing the board of the school board of Broward County for not preparing them. How is it that I have a high school diploma, but I'm being told I need additional work on high school work? You know, why is it that I was able to pass and I don't have this knowledge in me? You know, there's something wrong with the methodology, and you know, essentially, it's obvious that they're not being connected. You and I know. So
I know, yeah, for sure.
So, I need to know from you, what level of gasoline money you need, and you know, essentially, what would draw you up there? Is it $200 a day? It's probably a Miramar location, which I think you know is west and in the southwest of Broward.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is, yeah. It's not as far as going to all the way to Fort Lauderdale.
Right. I mean, it's a little trek for me, but, you know, I'm willing to make it on a limited basis so that it's sort of halfway between you and me. And
yeah, but I can go pick you up and bring you down and then take you back and come back.
Yeah, something like this. We'll work something out. My pitch to him is that you put in I don't know what it's going to be, $300 a day for 30 days. That's $9,000. And we're going to get 100 kids through. You find the 100, we'll get them ready. Some of them are not actually graduating. That's perfect because we want to get them early. We want them not already graduated so that they're frustrated. We're giving them job skills along the way. If they still have a year to go, they should be, doing some job after school. That's the whole point. They're only at school for 4 hours.
And let me tell you, something else that happens if you put something like that in practice is that if we are doing that before students graduate, and only say we're doing it with the students on the path of graduation, that is also an incentive for them to keep pushing for graduation and to keep pushing for college, because they now feel that they're getting skills that are going to help them get there and be successful.
So I'm asking him for a budget of $9,000 plus, that's to pay us, and then in addition, we need to have per student about $100 it's a variety of things that we'll be needing. Maybe it's $150 because we need to get them over on the campus in small groups, and we're going to actually walk them through and say, okay, there's these 5 activities we're doing today. We're going to actually meet a professor. We're going to meet some students. We can have this all lined up. We're actually going to sit in through a 45-minute class. We're going to take notes, and we're going to have a test after it. What happened in there. And you get coffee or something if you can stand up and summarize 3 points about what happened in there. I don't know what, you get a glass of water if you can't do that. Right?
Yeah, it sounds beautiful for sure.
But, and maybe what's making that work is that I'm back at the Miramar place covering while you're out. I mean, we're doing this during the week. So, we find that there's 5 students that are ready for the field trip. They go. And you have to earn your way into that field trip. And,
I've been thinking too, Steve, if I get a job around or near any north area, like Miramar, Fort Lauderdale, Broward area, whatever, Weston, whatever area, if I do find a job that I feel I can stay at for 6 months, maybe a year, if there's something like that, I could also move to the area.
But the other part of it, this $9,000 thing is that you're going to have some money to be able to start putting deposits down. That's what I'm looking at.
Exactly. Get myself an efficiency, a studio, a little apartment, something near there, because I just don't want to go through what I did with that year at Mavericks, in which I spent almost $5,000 in gas.
That was ridiculous.
Plus I put about 300 hours on driving only. That was an absolute waste of time.
Right. So
the money was never there, and then it's an overuse of the car. The car wears down, it's repairs. It was a total bad business. I should have moved there. I definitely, but at the beginning, I just didn't know anyone. I didn't know the area. I just, that's the thing. But if I get something that can give me money that isn't that side, I definitely move away.
Right. Well, I'm pitching it to this guy that, look, Mario's available until August. We can do something during the summer. And we're ready to start next week. Boom.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, do they have all year-round schools?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, because then they don't have much to do with the students, because not all the students stayed for all year round, like it did happen at Mavericks. At the end, teachers were just finding out things to do over the holiday, over the summertime. It's an absolutely beautiful thing to do in the summertime. They even find things to do which will take the workload off their teachers because we'll be working with some of the students ourselves, and then it'll be something to do. And it's a win-win situation for them, because they can pitch that into their whatever people that they have to answer to and say, and we got this thing going on. It's a great idea on Steve and Mario, and they're doing this at our school. So our summer school is now very effective because we're doing this and this and this and this and that.
Oh, and by the way, they're all going to have 100 phrases in Spanish that they can speak.
Yes.
They will be able to make requests. They may not be able to answer, but they will be able to make requests, and they'll be able, in Spanish, to explain directions. They would also be able to explain what their goal is. They may have some sort of, ¿dónde está el museo? Or, yo busco un libro muy importante de Charles Dickens, something.
It's right, for sure.
Asking requests and, what do you plan to study? What is your dream? They should be able to define el sueño, and really be able to interact. And then also there will be perhaps 50 typical questions that if they were in service industries, they'd be able to know, oh, this guy is looking for a glass of water. Now I understand what he wants. So,
yeah, exactly.
Just audio recognition. They don't have to know how to spell it, but it's audio picking up.
Yeah.
And shit. Give me 30 days with somebody. I can throw in 3 words a day. We can get this going. It's just like a little add-on. While you're here, let's go through the printout that we gave. A list of phrases on one page, typical questions, and they get 3 of those over the month, and so they walk away.
Steve, thank you so much. I have all the time. I want to say thank you because this is a great conversation, and because only the perspective of you having found this man and having a door that maybe can be opened into us doing something together, plus earning some money for what we do, and do something that really matters, really got me excited this morning. I'm very excited about it. Yeah. I like the idea so much.
Right. And so, I just made it very clear to the guy that, look, which of your principals is the most open-minded? I don't want to do this in a situation where there's a closed-minded principal.
I know. We got to do this in a place where there is a misgrounding. Something that the person appreciates, is cooperative with, that the person understands the whole philosophy behind it, and is really engaged into and focused on. If we get that, believe me, I'm going to work my butts off.
Yeah.
Just to make it work so that it can be successful, because if we can do that successfully, we can even design ourselves a program to help schools help their students do that. And if we do that, we got a job forever.
Yeah, and that would be the deal, that we would share everything we do so that this could be multiplied through their system.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what they'd be getting for the $9,000, the 30, it's basically 60 person hours, you and me.
Yeah.
What they would be getting is a full course development. So, and then we would train people in how to use it, because we would be videoed how it was done, so that people would be able to just watch the video, and that's your training. We do not have to be there to do the training, but if we're hired to do the training, we're happy with that. But the idea is that we could no longer be employed by them, and they would have a program, and then they'd realize, well, might as well keep these guys on because they were so effective. We have to hire teachers anyway,
That's right, yeah.
And so, comment on the calendar. Despite the fact that these guys, the school system is set up for the post-agricultural, the post-industrial, the 365-day school calendar that they say is now possible. Most students say it's too hot. It's the summertime. I need a break. And, you know, when they think break, they want 8-9 weeks off. They want to come back in September. It's June. Why do I have to be here during July? I'm out of here. You know, so it's a part of the work would be sitting down with students and just showing them, here's how much time you're going to have to spend if you don't come during the summer. And here's how much shorter it will be. You'll actually be ready for Broward College, you know, by January, because we will make sure you get through this as well. You know, if we get some students who are 1 year from graduation, we'll help them with the computer stuff too, because what we're doing in the prep for the PERT is actually going to give them skills that they can use in their normal computer classes. So, you know, it makes sense for us to get any student. We don't have to just do the training of the students that are preparing to graduate. I mean,
that's right, yeah.
I'll take any students, and we can track them if they want to have a pre and post test. No problem. Because you and I are going to find authentic materials, things that they want, Sports Illustrated, hair fashion if it's a girl, fashion magazines, whatever. And we'll do reader's purpose, interpretation of graphs, that kind of crap.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Come on. That's easy.
Oh, yeah, and we get so much. I mean, even with the materials that downloaded for Cuba, there's a lot of materials in there that can be used for interpretations, for reading, for listening and debate, for listening and focusing on different aspects. Oh, my God, there's so much we can do.
And we're going to introduce them to Paul Harvey.
Oh, for sure. I love that.